What's up, peeps? What a nice morning we had. Now let's see if we're live again. Yep. Let me get this set up real quick. Good afternoon. I guess we hit our 20-minute blue line, free money NQ1 and ES1. All the indices went down with it. Very easy call. NQ1 20-minute. Yep, there it is. Touchdown. Told you that's where it was going. ES1 touchdown. Told you that's where it's going. Sorry. We need to canvas. Yeah, that's weird. It's not organized. Well, anyway, all perfect calls thanks to the system. System's perfect, flawless. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. God has blessed us with the ability to trade and be consistent. What do you know? Oh, how I wish I was back in St. Thomas. But anyway, I think we're going to be visiting my children, and then we're going to be visiting Keith, and then we're going to be visiting Vegas, and then we're going to go back and live in Vegas for 6 months. I believe we are. I'm not sure on that, but I think that's the plan anyways at this moment in time. I set up the store with Wix, trying to get approved for TradingView. They're really strict with their shit. This new sniper wrote an add-on. What's up, Kenneth Terry? The new sniper rifle, you have to have the sniper and you have to have the rifle, and then you get the add-on for free. Yes, correct. What's up, Kirk? Did you enjoy this morning? I think you did. What's up, Richard Tuck? Ryan? John? What's up, Kenneth? What's up, Taraya? Barry? And yes, Corinne, question, the new sniper rifle is an add-on. You have to have the sniper, you have to have the rifle, then you get the free upgrade. Hope that's clear. What's up, Kirk? What's up, everybody on TikTok and YouTube? I left my screen exactly the way it was. These were green. They both turned to red. What do you know? Sell stop. NAS, NQ1, and ES1 to the 30-minute blue line. Now, I don't know if we're going to get there today or tomorrow. Well, today's closed, but I don't know if we're going to get there tomorrow or not, or maybe Sunday night, but it'll get there. And then we'll look for the reversal for the buy stops on the higher line. The lower these red things go, the more money we make on the way back up. Simple as that. What's up? 69Z28. Oh, I got both elements. Yeah. No, you'll email and then you'll get, I don't know how you missed it. It's all over the place. You've received email after email and you received notice in the Discord. You're going to get a form to fill out, a product form. Matter of fact, let me show you. It'll look like, I wonder if I can send it to them. I wonder if I can send a private message to, who is this, Kenneth? Can I private message him? Let me see, private chat and other guests. Type a message. Hi. Who am I sending that to, though? Well, that doesn't help. Hold on, let me see something. Kenneth, let me see if I can send you over the form you need to fill out here. Block time. No. What's up, Kim, the Candle Envy Lady? What's up, Kim? Hope you're doing good. Made demo cash on this abbreviated. It wasn't that fun. I mean, this morning, I don't think we're even supposed to be open according to everybody. And we still made money. Whatever. What are we at? How do I get to Kenneth? How do I get us? Says private chat. Mhm. How do I get to Kenneth Terry? Kenneth, are you in? Well, won't matter with the Discord. Yeah, shoot me an email. That's fair. Yeah, just shoot me over an email. But I could have swore there's a way to private. Well, there is a way to private chat you. I just don't know how to do it. Hmm. Oh well, don't stress. I'll shoot you over. Thanks, Kenneth. As soon as you do, I'll shoot you over the form, and then you can, go from there. Easy form. You just put a few information things. I'll send that to Keith. He's perfecting Breeze app right now as you speak. Well, he's doing other things, but about to do that. Yep, got that lease done. So much shit to get done in this world. I'm in the Discord too, but I don't know if we're friends. If we're not friends, Ken, it just is going to be a nightmare. Then you have to friend request me, I friend request you, blah, blah, blah. It's a nightmare. All right. So sell stop NAS NQ1 and ES1 to the 30-minute blue line. Now, what's up with that? That's weird, that SPX and NAS. So why is SPX already down there? Hold on a second. Let's go over to here. Let's go over to here. Let's go over to here and see what's up with the 30-minuters. Oh, look at that. Damn. NAS. Yeah, that's correct. Sell to the blue line. All of them will keep going down, but it's basically NAS, NQ1, and ES1 are your three that are going to their blue line when market opens again Friday. Well, I imagine they're going to market open it at 6 o'clock this evening. I would think. I don't know how they do that on holidays, but what's up, Stacy on TikTok? Invite them to join your fan club. What the fuck is my fan club on TikTok? What's up, little Joe and Ray? What's up, Ray? What's up, Lazarus? Oh, I recognize History and Wildlife Girl. What's up? Sean S. Hello. HS Smalls Bit. Miss Leo and Dr. One Fly. Welcome to everybody on TikTok. Yeah, tonight at 6. I think so too, John. Their days are weird. It's not the same as what you think a day is. All right. I got a hitch. All right, guys. We are going over. Did it take my thing? How to trade? Oh, questions. Yeah. Here we go. Please ask any questions you may have over have over anything, and I will do my best to answer. This always makes people laugh. To answer, you'll know why if you know me. Answer them nicely. Um, okay, so please ask any questions, and I will do my best to answer them nicely. USD CAD primed and ready. What time frames, John? Okay, please ask nicely. What's up, mischief maker? I don't know why. People think I'm mean. Why do people think I'm mean? I do get a little bit pissy when some of you ask questions that are answered in the rules, but no one reads the rules anymore. I'm done to believe that only the true people that read the rules are the ones that are successful with the system. Everybody else whines and complains, doesn't know what the fuck's going on because they won't read the rules. All right, I can look at USD CAD for the buy stop. Primed and ready. Yeah, what time frame? Is it too early to chart? Circle and get a read where it's going. No, Mischief Maker, we'll do that. CRCL. What's up, Lachey? CRCL. Let's take a look. We'll go over to our charting charts, and this is CRCL. Maybe. What am I doing? Do I have too many? Some of you laugh how many charts I have open. You don't know how many other charts, tabs I have open. You don't know how many other tabs I have open over here. I think I might just blew something up. What the fuck? Oh, hasn't been things. My bad. There you go. What is it? Circle? CRCL. Let's see. CRCL. Circle Internet Group. Is that who you want? What's up, Lachey? Can my system track it? I don't know. I don't see anything. That's really interesting. Why isn't it showing any higher time frame? There's not enough history on this one to chart anything. I can't chart circle. Kevin's not mean. He's passionate on helping those who want to learn and getting rid of those who are wasting. Now that is true. What Kim the Candle Envy Lady said. Kevin's not mean. He's passionate. That's true. On helping those who want to learn and getting rid of those who are wasting our time, isn't our time. That is true, I guess. Yeah. They just IPO'd. Oh, yeah, I don't like doing this. It can't be charted. There's nothing to see. Obviously, it's a 5-minute buy, 7-minute buy. Let's see where the actual buy is. It is a 3-minute buy stop. So let's go over to the 3-minute. You'll see Circle go up to IPO at 213. $213, $216. 3-minute buy stop Circle.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
There's just an IPO. Yeah, I don't like doing that. There's way better. J&J is 1,000 times better than Circle. Blessed afternoon to you, Orlando Wilders. And we got kind of some good news on some of our members who needed the prayers and some not swell news, but overall good. So thank you guys for praying for our members that need the help. Much appreciated. Trust me. There's a lot of members in need right now. Okay. So there's your Circle for you. Please, guys, any questions, anything on trades, on the system, on not the system. I don't give a shit. Ask trading questions in general on a trade that you lost money on, for example. A symbol you want read. Whatever. Part of the system you don't get. Ask anything. I don't care. You're welcome, Mischief Maker. Oh, I'm not a financial advisor. Demo trade only. I put it in black. I think you can see it easier on TikTok with the black and the white on the front. Come on, peeps. Someone's got to have a question out there. You can email in your question if it's not posting, because I will read that. Again, it's in there. If you have any questions and they're not showing, or if you'd like to call in. By the way, remember there was a silly person the other day, maybe a month ago, maybe a month ago. and they said that they were going to call in and email and blah. He never did. Never did. Big surprise. All the haters out there and all the doubters out there are now gone. The system's too accurate, too exact. Can you teach us something you think no one knows? I do all the time. When using the sniper, how do you use it for the best exits? Oh, yeah, that's a good one, Raising Cane. Simple and easy. All right, let me, persistent, make sure I come back to this question. How do I, let me see if I do that. Aha, I can do that. Okay, I'll comment. Got it. I'll come back to yours, persistent, yours a second. When using the sniper, how do you use it for the best exits? So when using the sniper, how do you know for the best exits? That's a nice question. Very good question. Let's go over to these charts right here. Let's go over to, I don't know. I like the gold example, just so easy. Let's go over to a daily or a 12-hour probably, and then let's go over to the weekly. All right. So this is gold. Let's go to gold. All right, there you go. Now, how do I read the charts in order to get out of the charts, out of the trades? Using the sniper, not using the sniper. Without the sniper, we use the orange, yellow, and green lines for our least the minimum trade exits. What does that mean? Let's zoom in real quick and I'll show you what that is. Okay, so the raw system, let me get rid of those things. The raw system includes the following. Where's my list at? Look at all these correct trades, by the way, today. All these alerts that you see crossing this, going up, going down. The sell right here at 850 was hit. All these alerts that you see the time frame on are all from today. Let me scoot this over for those of you. Okay. So there was, I don't know, tons and tons of them. And these are just from today. All the correct trades. I'm going to do that from now on. So you can't argue. Those are time frame. Those are stamped. Here's our little store. Now where did I put our, no. Where did I put the thing at? Hold on. I could have swore I had that open. No? Huh. No. I'll be a monkey's uncle. Well, nonetheless. All right. Where were we? Can you teach us something new that no one knows? Yeah, I'll get right back to that. Okay. Give me just a second, guys. Okay. Give me just a second. Well, how long have I been on for? 20 minutes now. Okay. Next, where were we? So I'm being asked, when using the sniper, how to use it best for exit. So when using the sniper, you'll notice on the gold weekly, we hold until the 80% marks. So let me be specific on this. Let's go over to this one, and I'm going to teach you something that some of you may not know. Someone asked that question also. So let's go over to gold here. And what you're going to see on gold here is that some of you may or may not know this or realize this, but these are your demo close trades. These are demo open trades on gold specifically. Gold, weekly 1, weekly 3 time frame right here, monthly 3 to 3 months. All right, so we have a gold buy right here when gold was at 1,860. So some of you might not know the close trades are closed when it gets to 80%. Then the trade closes. Look at all these profitable trades on gold. Utterly amazing. Utterly amazing. Made $848 an ounce on this trade. I don't understand. If anyone trades gold, there's a big, huge community of gold traders. Wait till they find out that my system actually works and doesn't just get 50 cents on gold or 20 cents or 10 cents on gold. You make hundreds, 400, 700, 200, 100, 800. I mean, this is insane. This is $1,600 an ounce on gold. So what it's doing, the sniper, the signal service is reading the pink line. So let's show you what that is. It's reading, for instance, if it's a weekly, when the pink line goes over 80%, it closes the trade down. The way that's conservative. The way I trade it is when it goes over the 80%, I close one trade down, but I leave another open and I let it run. So that's how I trade using the sniper for exits. And this is good for anything as long as it goes near or above 80%. When this thing hooks and goes up to 80%, which it will. This is January 2 years ago, June of last year, January of this year, June of this year. Gold is just printing money. I mean, it's a non-stop printing money machine until further notice. So that's how you do it. Please, everyone, type in number 7. If you understand that if you have the sniper, it tells you when to get out at 80%. And then you should leave one open, block in profit, and then let it run. Okay. Can you teach us something someone doesn't know? Yeah, I just did probably right there. And let's go ahead and pin this one. I trade 5-second NQ pink through blue seems to turn on me because I'm using a prop firm. I jumped in and out because of drawdown. Okay, we can go over that. I wish you'd give me a specific trade. If you can show a sniper exit on intraday charts as well, that would be great. I mostly trade off the 1 3-minute chart. Oh, so he has a follow-up. Let me go over to his follow-up and let me go ahead and tag this one. Can you teach us something someone doesn't know? And let me go ahead and show you a faster one. Sure. What's up, Michelle Gowinski and Persistent? If you can show a sniper exit on there, absolutely. Sure can. All right, so this is easy for the weekly one. Same principle applies for the faster time frames. He said 1 to 3 minutes. Let's go to gold 3 minute and see what we see over here. Okay. So this is different. Now we have this. We know the blue line and pink line just crossed for entry. You know it's going to go up to the blue on gold. So it's a 3-minute buy stop to gold. But let me verify that with the gold system really quick. And we have a 36. So it's a 1 minute first. That's what I thought. That looked too slow for me. So we're going to go over to gold. And we're going to go over to gold 1 minute. Buy stop to the 1 minute blue line gold. You'll see it go right there. Boop. Boopy doop. When it reopens. This is a buy upon open 6 o'clock, 6:15 tonight. It'll go. Now, for the sniper, the same on a 1 minute, I would use the exact same thing. When the pink line comes up high and the blue line stays high, see, same thing. So when it's at its lowest, boom, right, you would have got in right here. And it would have went up from 33.70 to, we have to go all the way to the top, sorry, somewhere around here. About $2, and I didn't touch it, touched here. So about $3 an ounce. Then I would go ahead and again, the way I would look at this, I'd move my take profit in right above there, right there, above the orange line. Let it run. This could keep running forever, but it didn't. It came back and hit the break even, or a little slightly better than break even. But you'd have made $3-4 on this 1 minute just using the pink to blue. Now, if you're going to go down to, for instance, a 10-second, let's go down to crazy land. Let's go to 15-second. Let's go to US 30, 15-second. All right. Now, that also works for sells. That's easy right there. You can see this isn't a 15-second sell. This was probably a 5-second sell. Yep, it was. 5-second sell. I would have preferred the pink and the blue both to be up, the blue a little higher, but the pink was going down to about 20% is where we get out. So if you were going to cover the same thing, I would do the exact same thing right there. And that would be your 20%. So for US 30, you would have entered in, the orange line didn't go above. I don't like that, but you'd have entered in at that orange line. And let's see, you would have made it down to here. So somewhere down, way down the bottom. 30 pips. You would have made 30 pips on US 35-second sell. Yes, I would hold the same exact truthisms there. The problem comes up with these fast ones is they move so fast that the blue line or the pink line, for instance, will change. See right here, the blue line stayed high. The pink came up, perfect. You'd have put your break even. You'd have made money, and then you'd have probably broke even again. It did it again with the blue line high. This is perfection. So this right here would be your one. It goes in again. It goes up, tops out somewhere around there. You'd have broke even there. Then you would have stayed in this trade. It wouldn't have gone out. So even though you think that you can't run it, if you're trading a 1 minute, 15-second, I would use my 1 minute blue line staying high if you're doing your buys and the pink line going low if you're doing the lows. So watch, what does that mean? Let me go over here. See these right here? So this right here, I would have absolutely pink line low, blue line high, pink line low, blue line high. So these have been like a 10, about a 15-second buy stop right here and here. Probably would have been a 3-minute hold. Anyway, as long as your blue line's holding high, you can run with this. I don't mind that little dip right there. That's nothing. So yeah, and then you just stay in it. You can see how long you could have stayed in this run. It would have been a nice pull. So yes, I would use 2 charts when you're trading. And if you're using the 1 minute US 30 and say we're using the 15-second US 30, then I would absolutely go off the 1 minute chart, pink blue line. And that's how I do. If that's what you're trading, you're not going to get as much money on those time frames, as many pips, but you'll still make money. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? Yes or no? Okay. 77777s. I like it when the pink crosses the blue. It gives me many more pips. Yep, absolutely. That's how you know you're in the correct trade. The bottom of the trade, technically, says Pedro. All right, let's go to the pinned messages. What's up, Grant? Good afternoon, Grant. All right. I think TikTokers are good. Yes, Stacy liked the video. All right. Let's go to our pinned messages and see. Next up is I trade 5-second NQ pink through blue seems to turn on me because, well, if you're trading the 5-second without this right here, if you're trading NQ1 without this, you're going to have your ass handed to you. Probably. But if you have the Uno reverse, so who is this? Persistent, you have the Uno reverse. If you see the 1 seconds flip, please show me an example where the 1 seconds flip 3 out of the 5 and US 30 is 1 of the 3 out of the 5 and it didn't go up. Please show me a time frame when you had, or a trade when you had your ass handed to, if you do have one like that. I'm not saying you don't, just if you do, please show me. That's all. Where is one time, let me be specific with my question, where all these changed, and let's say SPX and US 30 flipped, and then NQ did not, or even better yet, NAS US 30, ES1, and SPX flipped, and NQ didn't flip yet, and it didn't go up. I don't think that's possible. Now, if you're trying to get aggressive and greedy and you're going in all the time on trades, well, you know, that's your choice. I wouldn't. I'd be very selective. That's why I was going to make the funded trader my next thing, but because of everyone's situations with what they want, I'm going to go ahead and do the robot next. We're already working on it. It's 10 for 10. The robot is. So if you just have US 30 changed on the 5 second and ES1 and SPX have changed on the 5 second, and NAS hadn't changed on the 5 second to green, and NQ1 hasn't changed, I don't believe it. It'll go up every time. There's no way it's not. I'd love to see an example where it didn't do that. So if you can maybe message me later, persistent, with that example, I would appreciate it. Otherwise, there's no way. Because of drawdown, I get you. But yeah, I would wait for US 30 and I would do ES1s too. There's no reason why you can't trade your ES futures on the prop firms. So as long as you had US 30 and, remember, turn this thing on right here. Keith reminded of it this morning. Require US 30 to be part of it. Boop. I would do that. And then as soon as you see the call out on your Uno reverse, it's going to be right. There's no way it's not going to the 5 second. I don't believe it. I wait for the blue to come down, and when the pink goes through, I buy in. Oh, I didn't ask that question. Sorry. Oh, I'm sorry, persistent. Damn it. Sorry, please forgive me. It's 69Z28. That's Kev. I believe that's Kevin. So, Kevin, if you can ask that question, if you can give me an example of that, please. I wait for the blue to come down, and when the pink goes through, I buy. No. And then follow the rules for entry. I mean, at this point, when this shows like this, and this pops up on your, I don't know if you have it. Do you have 69Z28, Kev? Do you have the Uno reverse? If you don't, I would absolutely get the Uno reverse. It's a game changer for funded traders. It's the easiest thing on earth. There's no way that did not work every time. And I don't even believe there'd probably be any drawdown, even if there was maybe a pip or two. I can't believe there's more than 3 pips on that. Which I know is 20 to 30, whatever the fuck your guys' stuff is. But yeah. Can you explain what conditions determine the color of the sniper check mark on the Uno? Yeah, I already did that multiple times, but I'll get back to that when we answer this question. So I don't believe you would ever miss a trade on NQ1, Kev, if you actually had the Uno and you waited for this exact scenario. Don't worry about the sniper on this scenario, just as long as you never enter the sniper with the blue. Well, it depends. If it's a 5 second, if you're going to enter the 5 second on a buy, make sure that the blue, pink line are low and the purple line are low. That's all. Don't enter the trade on a high when it's a buy. That's your only really rule on that one. These little things real quick I can answer. What this is checking for is a tick on the 1 second every second. Then it goes to the 5 second, checks the tick, 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 tick on the 5 seconds. Then it goes to the 10 seconds, checks, 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 checks. Then it goes to the 15 seconds. The sniper pink line is what it's checking. The sniper pink line is so important, so unbelievably important that it checks every tick all the way through whatever time period. So in this case, it'd be to the 30 seconds and then the 1 minute to the 3 minutes. So it's checking the sniper every tick nonstop forever until 120 minutes in this case. It's constantly checking against it. Is it reading it going up? Is it coming down? Is the sniper low enough? Is the sniper, and it reads through this checklist of the sniper. Is the pink purple down? It is. Great. Is it on the 5-second? No. Is it on the 10-second? No. Is it on the 15-second? Is it coming up? That could be a come up right there on the check. Yes. Yes. Is it green? Yes. Is it on the 1 minute? Is it on the 3 minute? Then it reads, is the 15-second against the 1 minute a buy stop? And you'll see these little BSs pop up like right here in the red. And then it'll be a 120 minute buy stop. So it's reading more things than you could possibly rationally explain. That's what that's reading. And it's doing it tick by tick. And you say, wait for the blue to stick up a little before you buy in. That's 100% not what I said. There's ways of entry. I went over that this morning. If you're doing a buy stop, doesn't matter whether it's a 5-second or whether it's a whatever, when you have your two time periods matched up, or you're using the sniper rifle Uno reverse steroid, you would wait for this scenario right here. And as long as your pink, purple, and blue line are low on the NQ1 in this case, I would enter the trade. I don't really give two fucks if it's orange line crossed or not crossed. Doesn't matter to me. I trust the system 100%. You get in immediately when this is like this. It'll send out your signal. Or do you need some what? What the hell is this? What? Go off. Hi, Kevin. Do you think we will go lower than the 30-minute? Can you expand on the color changing price action and how it better on how low times and high time frames? Thanks. What's up, David Deal? Sure, I absolutely read your thing for you. All right. Where were we? So yeah, I'm done with that question. Let me go to the next pinned question. Can you teach us some things? Teach us something that no one knows. That is persistent. I apologize again, persistent, for not answering that question. No, I did not, by the way, Kirk Brown. When using, I'll get to yours, Kirk, in just a second. Can you teach us, you think, something no one knows? Well, basically, no one knows for real how to trade. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but you mean people that are actually in my system that know how to trade. Because if you ask me what's something someone doesn't know or understand, I would immediately just go to the 3-month and say, all you need to do is whenever the 3-month is at the bottom of any symbol, the 3-month at the bottom, by the time it goes up, you'll make money. Now people, 3 months, I don't know what to tell you. When this is touching the orange, like it is here, 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 and here, or close enough under the 5% it is, then yeah, it's going to go up and make, as long as you're green above, orange stays above, which it did, it's going to go up from where it was. Hey, Mike, hi, you're on live.
Hey, brother, I'm just calling you back. How's everybody doing?
I think they're doing good. There's a few people here. It's about 35, 40 people, that's all.
Nice.
The markets are closed because of Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth for everybody, by the way. And then,
okay.
Yeah, and then, yep, so we're just reviewing some trading stuff for them. That's all.
right, well, Joel, you'll holler when you're done.
I will, my brother. All right. Yes, love you, Mike. All right. Bye. All right. All right. So let's get back to it. So if some people don't understand the power of the pink sniper line, I don't know if that's something you guys don't know, but I think a lot of you in the system don't understand. So if it's a weekly pink line low, if it's a daily pink line low, I mean, it's always, you're just going to take these 30-minute buys, 15-minute buys, 5-minute buys, whatever you want on the way up, and you're always going to be making money, period. I don't know, is that good enough answer for you, persistent? I just think it's the easiest way to trade in the history of the world, and people overcomplicate everything. So for instance, if you had a daily pink line low, a weekly pink line low, a 3-week, I don't care what the symbol is, pick something out of the blue here. As long as that pink line is low, and as long as it's coming up, you can play any, even the shitty one right here, you can play any 30-minute buy stop and you'd make money on it, period. You just cannot not make money. If you go to the 3-month on a stock, it's like printing money. So you look right here, you see this right where we are? So as soon as you see a 30-minute buy stop on PFE, right, you take it. Look like it did right here. See the orange line is below it. This is perfect. This is just a perfect buy. This has to be a 6-month. 3-month, 6-month buy stop PFE. It's ungodly. When this thing starts to rise, just start playing any 30-minute buy stop, and you're going to make a shit ton of money. I don't know. Does that count as something people don't know, though? I don't know. I hope so. Pin messages too. Let me know if that wasn't good enough persistence. I'll come up with something else. All right. Sometimes, mostly on lower time frames, when using the sniper to enter after the pink crosses the blue, I'm both on bottom. The blue will go up, then reverse. The blue will go up. No, you want the blue to go up and then reverse. Oh, I think I know what he's saying. Let's go down to a fast time frame. See, they have time on the fast ones to form the W's. On the higher time frame, let's go back, start from the beginning. If I was going to do, I don't know, pick J&J, 3 months J&J. They do not have time on J&J 3 months of horse shit around. See, so once this starts to rise, you're not going to see the blue come down, the pink come up, blah, blah. It's just going to do what it's going to do because they can't force 3 months time. Oh, I'll answer your question next, David Dial, by the way. But they can't force it, so they don't have time. It's too much time to force something like that. It's not. Now, if we go all the way down to here, let's just go to like a 1 minute, 15-second, 30-second, whatever. Watch. So let's say this one right here to the blue line. This is nice. Okay, look at this right here. There's a buy stop. Oh, he's saying both blue line low. This one didn't do that in the example. Just went to the blue line buy stop. That's a buy. Yeah. And unfortunately, I see it did the dip. I know what he's saying. This isn't a dip low enough for the blue right here. But okay. This exact same trade. Geez, you want to go down like a 5-second or watch. This is it. Nope. The blue line just went up. See the pink cross the blue goes up to the 5-second blue. This is a perfect trade. You want it to do that. But he's saying the blue line's going to hook and come back down again. Let me see if I can just find one. These ones right here. This is something he's probably talking about. Pink cross the blue, looks all good. It's going to the J&J's 1 minute blue line. The blue comes up, hooks, and comes back down again. Is that what you're talking about, Kirk? I'm guessing that's what Kirk's. It's good enough for me. That's funny. Thank you, persistent. Is that good enough for you, Kirk? Thank you. Okay. So yeah, so if this occurs and it hooks, comes up, comes back down again, obviously at that point on the 1 minute, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. But I would love to compare that to, because remember, you've got to be holding a sell. This would have been a 15-minute sell to the, sorry, 20-minute sell to the blue line here. So I'm sure the 20-minute, if we were matching up our two time frames, was low. Yeah, the blue line was low. So you couldn't have entered into the buy on that. You shouldn't have anyways. You'd have to go like probably a 30-second, 5-second entry to catch a candle. Because don't forget, even when you see this J&J candle, let's say, right here, this big long candle right here, this down candle, you could have probably and almost surely had a 10-second buy, a 5-second buy somewhere inside of this down candle. That's something people don't know, persistent. You trade inside of candles. So if we're doing a 20-minute sell to the blue line on, let me go over here to NQ1, okay? Whenever you see these candles, see this bottom wick right here, that means it pulled back up, right? So it came down, pulled back up, came down and closed down. But that pull up is, that wick is a 5-second, 10-second buy. How about that for something you don't know? Especially love to do this on the 4 hours. They just love the wicks on the 4 hours. So when you see, look at this green, or my green candle right here, it's a buy, right? But this whole thing came down, came up. That's something that people don't know. You're playing in, most of the time, you're playing inside of those 4-hour candles. So this bottom wick right here would be a 1-second, 5-second, 10, probably a 30-second buy stop all the way up on this candle right here. Most people don't understand. They're actually, these 1-second, 10-second, they're playing inside of candles. Whether it's a 20-minute sell to the NQ line or a 4-hour buy to the blue line, whatever it is, you're inside of these candles and you can make money. And if it's a buy, you can hold them longer. When it's a sell going down like it is, it's going to go to the 25, 30-minute, whatever next. When it's going down to that 30-minute, you're going to have to account for the fact, this is a buy, by the way, you're in a 4-hour buy stop NQ1. These are just entrances. You're going to see this, do this right here, just so we're, this is this right here. This is your triple thing right there. This will come up back like this. This will turn to green, go up. You'll see this orange line come down a little bit further. Price action will come down a little bit further, form the TIAT. And then go up, and you'll see price action come past the yellow, past the orange, past this previous high, and then you'll see it come up. And that's what it's going to do. And that is NQ1. That's a free call out for you. So when it reopens, so that's something people don't know. And you need to be confirming on your higher time frames for sure. Yes. Hopefully that helps you, Kurt. What's up, Alex? Good afternoon, Alex. Yes, I know sometimes you don't go into advanced stuff. It is confusing, and I just went into the candle times, and that's going to be confusing to everybody. Yep, so I need to always confirm the appropriate height. Yes, absolutely, in the rules. That is correct. On the sniper rifle, does BSC buy stop cross and BX buy stop cancel? No. The BSC, I didn't think we still had the BSC. We have the BSX. The BSX is the cross on the normal rifle. If we go over to here and we come over to here, you'll see this is explained in one of the rifle training videos. If you go back and watch it, there's BS. It might be a C or an X. Either way, when it crosses, when the pink line crosses right here and there's a buy stop, you'll see the pink line crossing. That's what that means. Then the BSC, I didn't think we still had. But the BSX is a buy stop cross. I could be wrong on that, but we'll say, hey, Kev, hope it's all well when a higher time frame buy is forming. Here, let's pull this up. When a higher time frame buy stop is forming, you are so often able to call the exact blue line the price falls to before the high time frame buy starts. Please teach that. Okay, yeah, this is also in the rules. So this is what you'll see, and this is really visual on this one. This is great. We have this particular thing. So how do I know where it's going? Because it goes in order. So it'll fall down to, for instance, the 3-minute line, then go back up. Then say these were green, then we'll go to the 5, and 7, 10, 15, 20, 30. I called the 30 ahead, and I was wrong by a day or two because it went to the 20 and hooked and came back right, or the 15-minute on 3 out of 5 out of 20. Now it's all 20s. So next stop is the 30. Once it's done with the 30, they'll hook and come back up again. They'll shoot back up. Once it's done with the 35, then the 40, then the 45, 50, then the 60, right? Once it starts doing all those, then they'll start hooking and coming back up again. And once it gets down to like a 2 hour, let's say we go up to the 4 hour, and it goes all the way down to the 4 hour blue line, right? Way down here, which it needs to, but probably will not. If it ever gets this far, then the 4 hour kind of leads us into a new weekly thing. What that means is once it gets low enough to close to that 3-4 hour blue line, it's going to hook and start coming back up like hard. You're going to see a new daily, weekly forming. So if we get down to the 4 hour, basically what happens is this. Your 1 second through your 3 hour all run together. Those are just the standards. People don't know. Those are just a standard group. So your 1 second through your 3 hour all one trade. It's just one big trade. They're going to constantly go up, they're going to go down to the 30 minute back up, down to the 60 minute back up, and so on. Till it gets to about that 4 hour, then it starts to fizzle out. Once it gets to the 4 hour, then all of a sudden it resets, and then you start trading these higher time frames. What does that mean? You go from those sells going to the 4 hour to the buys on the daily, the buys on the weekly, the buys on the 3 weekly, the buys on the monthly. They'll start kicking in once that 4 hour blue line is pierced or come close to. I think ERUSD is very, so let me see ERUSD real quick, because I think ERUSD is kind of doing that now. I think it was going down, 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 and then it flipped. Let me see. Because I called that one correctly just the other day for you. Right here. And if you go to the higher time frames, watch. Oh, it's already gone up too much. But I think it was down to like the 4 hour not too long ago, and it was hunting around down there for a while, and it hooked down. Let me see. Yeah, see. ERUSD went down to here, went to the 4 hour, and then you're going to notice, see how it started to flip and come up, and then it started to engage the daily. Watch. Yeah, and then you see the daily buy to the blue line starting to kick in. So that 4 hour is a differential line, usually 4 or 5 hours, somewhere in that range. It gets to that 4 hour blue line, it goes down, then it starts to say, hey, fuck that shit. We've gone down too far. And it starts to realize, oh, I'm going to start going to the 10 hour blue line, 12 hour daily blue line, weekly blue line. And then you're going to see these daily buy, stop, engage. See, it's going to go to the weekly blue line now. That's where it's heading to. So yeah, it's just that 4 hour is a very special hour. You trade inside of it. That's why I always call trades to 10:30, because it's a 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock candle, 4 hour candles. And they always move around there. Do you notice they do a lot of announcements at 8 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and 8:30, 10 o'clock, and 2 o'clock. FOMC's on 2 o'clock every whatever they call it. They do that because it's the start of a new 4 hour candle. And they do that to try to confuse us and whatever. But once you understand the 4 hour candle power, and then how after the 4 hour blue line is hit or comes close to or goes past it, but it's right there around that 4 or 5 hour. Then they flip it and they go, oh shit. And then everything starts coming back up again. So that's something new. Does that count for something new, persistent? And does that answer your question, Crash? So I am able to call these stops, sells to the 20 minute, to the 30 minute, and so on, because they go in order. Once it hits the 15 minute, it bounces and comes back up again if it hasn't hit it yet. Once it hits the 20 minute, it'll bounce and come back up if it hasn't hit it again. Or if it goes down to the 25 or the 30 minute, it'll bounce, come right back up again. You'll see the overnight. So whatever they do, let's look at this again so we all clear. This is the simplest shit on earth. They just rinse and repeat. If you should write this down, if they bring it down all day, they will bring it up overnight. Period. If they bring it up all day, they will bring it down overnight. So that's how. So if today, for instance, it's not a normal day, they stopped it, but they bring it down For example, today they bring it down to the 20, 30-minute blue line. Oopsie, hold on. Then they will bring it up to the 30-second, 1 minute-ish, 3 minute-ish, somewhere around there, blue lines. Then drop it to the whatever, 45-minute blue lines on everyone. And then repeat. Oops, there we go. All right, there it is. Does that make sense to everybody? That's all they do. This is all they do. I just made the Uno reverse steroid thing. I had Keith make it, the great Keith Palmer, because uh, it's easy for me to see, but for you guys evidently it wasn't easy. So then I made this so you guys can see it easier. That's all. And that's all they do. And they do the same thing with gold. They'll bring the gold down to a certain level, then you bring it up, and then silver lags. Just like silver just hit its high recently. Gold hit its high 2 months ago. Silver just hit it a couple days ago. So they'll lag it and so on. It's just easy. Holy smokes, I have seen it so many finds, but can only perceive it. Appreciate it. Blessings to you and the crew. Thank you, Crash. I'm glad that there's some of you having some aha moments yet. That's why I do this training like this when you guys have to ask your questions, because usually it's some of you get some aha moments somewhere. So that makes sense to you. And the Uno reverse steroid edition, some of you are trading it during the day and that's true. You can catch a 1 hour candle and catch the buy up or whatever. But the reality is you should just use it for the overnight trades. It's so much better. Because once they bring it down all day, they'll bring it up. When they start bringing it up, the 1 seconds flip, the 5 seconds flip, you do your NQ1 buys and you're in. Does that help whoever asked that NQ question? Who was that asked that NQ question? So you're trying to catch Kirk. I think it was Kirk Brown. There you go. See, Kirk's trying to use the Uno reverse trades. I should have it put overnight on that statement. Uno reverse steroid overnight. It's to be when it goes up all day and then reverses. If you buy it now, you have access tomorrow. Absolutely, Raising Cane. Absolutely. If you buy it today, you absolutely will. Just email us and I'll send you out a link to purchase both. And then you get the free upgrade. But it's the easiest thing on earth. I mean, you can't, when these things start, so today they brought it all down, right? And they closed a day early or whatever, we don't care. So when these start to flip on the 1 seconds, right? And they will, then you just play the 3 out of the 5. Make sure US 30 is one of them. And let's say ES go over. And then these are the ones that are remaining, the NQ and NAS. Or let's just say it's the NQ come up and US 30 come up and it's the SPX that are going to be waiting. Or let's say it's, I don't like this, but let's say you have SPX and NAS and you have US 30, the last one. I prefer US 30 to be one of them. So if you guys just wait for the overnight reversals instead of trying to use it every fucking hour on different candles, it'd be a lot easier until you get more comfortable with how to trade, how to use the system, and then you can start using it more often. But technically, this is made and created for the overnight reversal trade only, basically once a day. Does that make sense to you all? Yes or no? I know the weekly controls the daily controls all time frames to the 10-minute, the 1 hour controls the 30-second, what time frame controls 30-second lower, the 1 minute, 1 minute, 3 minute, I would use a 3 minute, but 1 minute, 3 minute controls everything below. Correct, Lachey. Yep. Is this making sense to you guys now? Is some of this clicking through? Because I say it all the time, but sometimes you guys don't hear me. Okay, trying to try the sniper and Uno. If I buy now, yep, you'll have access to it immediately. I know the weekly control. Yep. What seconds controls? Basically the 1 hour through 30 seconds. Not true. I would use the 1 hour to the 5 minute, and I would use the 3 minute and under. I might have to update the rules. But that's what I would be looking at. Yep. You should write this down, by the way, what I wrote down here, and then print it and then have it. Okay. It's only making sense to a few of you. Wow, that's sad. I thought for sure it'd be more than you. There's about 50 people watching. Only 3 of you said it's making sense. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I thought it would. So yeah, the Uno Reverse Steroid Edition can be used multiple times throughout the day, but just because it could be doesn't mean it should be. It's meant to be the overnight reversal trade is what it's supposed to help with. Okay. More questions? Oh, did I answer the guy's question in the email? Hold on. Hi, Kevin. Do you think we will go lower than the 30-minute blue line? Can you explain on the color changing price action and how to use it better on lower time frames, higher time frames? Sure. So the color changing blue line, let's go over to one chart right here. Let's go over to these. There we go. Let's go over to this one. Okay. On the 15-second, the color changing price action. So I'm assuming he means the candle, price action candles. When it changes, you have to follow certain rules. That's why it's built into the rest of them. You need to combine it with 2 time frames. Okay. And you need to make it, get rid of that question. You need to make it where the pink line, when the orange line is above the yellow and the blue, blah, blah, blah. So yeah. So when you first, for instance, this is your green candle changes color. You can do that, but I wouldn't. By itself. That's why it's part of the core system. You actually have to follow the core rules with the color changing. Now, in a higher time frame, let's go to a daily, for instance. A daily one, holy shit, no. First of all, you can never do the daily with this to make it a sell. But if you did, it's going to be accurate. So I would only do my buys. So when it changed from, well, anytime, pick a time. Let me use this as my time. Watch right here. It moved from red to green right here, made a shit ton of money. Moved from red to green right here, made a shit ton of money. Well, on the higher time frames, it can very easily be a standalone indicator if that's what you're looking for. Say we go to 3 month might be hard. Maybe gold might show a 3 monther. Yeah. So the 3 month gold. So you know that this changed colors, but you also know according to rules you can't do it unless it's touching the other EMAs. So you'd have to wait for price action to go below, come back up. So your entry would be right here. Yeah. I mean, it's an extremely good indicator. I mean, it does. See right here, look at how far away we are. This is insanity. For those of you who are trading gold right now, and I'm trading it and I keep calling it to go higher, I'm telling you gold needs to pull back to 2,500 minimum. Gold needs to pull back. I would prefer to gold to come back to 1,500. Yeah, I would say anywhere between 1,500 and 2,500. Gold needs to come down to 1,500. While we're giving warnings out, let me give you a warning on SPX. While I keep saying it's going to go to the highest high and it's going to always be high, it's too far away. SPX needs to come down to 4,700. SPX needs to come down to 4,000. Let me give you another warning. NQ1 needs to come down to 18,600. It needs to come down to 13,000. I'd even take 10,000. Is it going to? Not likely. US 30, completely out of hand where it's at. I keep calling it for go to a higher high, and it will. But it needs to be reset to 18,500. It needs to come down to 13,000. It needs to come down to 10,000. I mean, it's as simple as that. ES1 or SPX, they need to come down. These are all over. I mean, it's overvalued anyways. It's been going up for 23 years straight, but it's out of this world. It needs to come down to 4,000. It needs to come down to 5,000. SPX is off the chain terrible.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
So while these are all overpriced and I'm calling for record highs, it doesn't take a fucking genius to see price action up here. It's too far away from my lines. My EMAs is just too far away. This is psychotically bad. What's going to bring it down? I don't know. World War? I don't know what's going to bring it down, but it's going to come down. It's going to come crashing down. And we'll make money on the way down. Don't worry about it. He taught us how to use it to know the daily sell would be skipped on indices. If Bach break is worth 1,000. Oh, yeah. The Bach break is worth 1,000. What's up, Larry Cooper? There's been some good questions, Larry. You might want to see it. A Bach break versus the non-Bach break is worth 1 million, to be clear, not 1,000 confirmations. So, for instance, if we went over to, we'll use gold again. Why not? Let's go over to gold. Let's go over to daily. Let's go over to weekly. And let's see. Oh, we didn't have a Bach break right there. That's a perfect one. Didn't have a Bach break right there. There you go. All right. So the Bach broke. Let me see where this is. Back here. This is a gold buy stop. Any one of these is perfection. By the way, here's something else you guys never knew and never don't realize. When you see all the real direction bars change colors like this to red with the Bach break, and it's against one that isn't. So let me show you where we're lining up again. Watch. Right here. It's all, this is indicative of two things. You're going to see that when this all lines up, this is the weekly buy stop. When these all line up, then it's a weekly buy stop, and the Bach didn't break against the red. So this red is broken. The green stayed. It went from green to red to green to red. When you see this right here, you see how you knew it was low enough when the pink was down low, right? Blue, blah, blah. You would enter it off the orange line or off of your 1 second. Actually, this time I would enter off the 5 minute, 30 minute, and then the gold went up, of course, as a buying spree right here. This is it. This is how you can tell when they all change color. Red, 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 against. You knew for a fact that the Bach didn't break, and it's worth 1 million confirmations to get in, not just 1,000. It's 1 million crash. You taught us how to use it to know the daily would sell. Yeah, you can tell when you go over here. If we go over to, I don't know, pick NAS, I guess. We're going to go over to NAS. We're going to go over to here. Look, the exact same thing happened. Look, I rarely ever teach this. This is your, this is coded into your signals, by the way. Red, 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 Bach break. Didn't break over here. What do we even see it? We don't even see it. But we do know this is the buy stop against it, and this is your buy stop forming. So when you see the higher time frame turning into a buy stop, which it is, then we have to make this into our monthly. So we go over here to our monthly. We go over here to the weekly. And now look. Now that's why it's going to record highs. You're going to see this is your buy stop right here. This is where it's fitting into that little space right up here. And it all goes, it's so cohesive. It's amazing. See the pink, the blue line cross pink line, the pink line's at its bottom. And this has to rise on the monthly. You will see, I think you're already there seeing record highs on this, even though it's completely overpriced, out of this world overpriced.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
I hope that helped you, David. Okay, is this helping anybody? The Bach break is one of those things I don't like to talk about. It confuses people. What's up, Larry? Good evening, Larry. Is this helping you all or confusing you all? Little Joe said good stuff. Oh, okay, so Little Joe likes it. I'm good. Okay. Raising Cane, yes. Lachey, yes. And Alex, that's good. TikTokers, more views to share. Thank you for answering the question, Lazarus said. Yay. Yeah, keep emailing. Did someone else email in a question? Hold on. Koroff, I'm back. Goroff is back. Yay, Goroff. Nice. Let's see. Any other questions? I would take any buy stop, give you a little heads up, because they're forming right now, on any indices, and they're happening right now, until US 30 goes up to 43,606, and even past that, actually. Once it does that, you're going to be happy as a pig in mud. Okay. So we have buy stops forming. These are gorgeous, beautiful buy stops. You can take them for the next, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 on all indices. What's called for one is called for all. Some guy asked that this morning. I don't get why they don't pay attention. All right. Keep asking questions if you have any. Please keep asking questions if you have any. I use so many things. Do I draw a lot or what? There we go. I'll leave this up for a few seconds. Anybody has any more questions, you can email in. Again, what I laugh about is people who hate or doubt the system. Not one has balls enough to actually call in. No one even emails in, for that matter, let alone calls in. They can give me the phone number and I will call them. They can go over any trade they want, and I'll go over any trade and I'll help them understand how to trade with it. But instead of opening their minds, they stay ignorant. So if you're a hater, just move on. But if you're interested in actually learning to be a successful trader, continuously successful, all the time successful, then I strongly recommend learning the system. Miggs the boss. Why do we compare two time frames when looking for a trade opportunity? What's up, Mig the boss? That's a great question. Why do we do that? Well, technically, we look at 6 if you're trading the indices. So you're looking at 6 symbols, 6 time frames. But I know what he means. He's trying to say what the normal way is. Okay? Why do we compare time? So we're actually comparing 6 symbols and 2 time frames. So it'd be 12. You don't have to worry about all that because you have the Uno reverse if you have the system. But yeah, so that's a little different. Now, say you were trading the metals, gold and silver. Again, it's 2 different symbols and all the time frames. Again, if you were trading Bitcoin, you would trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP as one, all at once. So again, I know what you're saying, but if you're trading any of those, now let's just say you're not trading any of those and you're just trading a normal pair. Why do we do that? Okay. So if we're going to do that on a normal pair, we already used J&J, we'll use Target. So we're going to go over here to Target. Now, why would I use 2 symbols? Because you have to verify the one to the other. That's how you know when you're in the proper trade. So if we go over to the 6 month and I go down to the 3 month, nope, we're going to have to use the 3 month. That's funny. It's how you find it. 3 month and your monthly. Okay, so now we know we have a 3 month, 6 month, because this right here, which is just so cool when I found this out, you don't know how cool this shit is. I had no idea when I created it that this red would fit into the space right here. It always does. When I look at this thing right here, there'll be red over here. Mark my words. And there it is. See? So whenever you have this red, right? So this red fits into this space. This red fits into this space. So this red fits over here and that one does. Whenever you have that, it always does that. You need two charts to compare that. You need to make sure your orange line stays to the left. It's getting very close on that one, isn't it? You need to make sure your pink line has come down and that your blue line, this is another fucking cool thing, matches it. This is how you confirm your trades. This is how you validate your trades. So that's why you use 2 time frames to validate your trades. Does that answer your question, Miggs the boss? Miggs the boss. Precious. All right. Miggs the boss, does that answer your question? Does that answer your question for everybody listening? I hope it does. Raising Cane. I'm new to watching stuff on the Uno. What is the top 1 to 3 things I need to watch out for? I'll be watching more training. You need to watch the training videos on the Universe. I just did those the other day. It's an Universe training video. The top 3 things, you just follow the rules. I explained it over and over again. I'd flip on my require the US 30 to be one of them. I would do it once a day. If it goes up all day, I'd wait for it to come down. If it goes down all day, I'd wait for the green. Then I'd wait for instance, this to happen. Then I would take this buy right here. Top thing, make sure that it's a daily only. Make sure that you have the US 30 and make sure you wait for the 1 second to completely turn. Or for that matter, you can wait for the 1 second, 5 second to completely turn. So those are 3 things I would tell you to watch out for. And then go actually watch the videos and learn how to use it. And don't be lazy and actually do it. That's for Raising Cane. Persistent. Can you show a safety trade within a safety trade? I think it'll help people understand using multiple time frames trading within candles and maybe help with more confidence in taking the trades. J&J video shows this, by the way. Yep, absolutely. The Johnson & Johnson training video is amazing. You can see a safety trade within a safety trade within a safety trade. I'll show you. That's the way. I like it. That's the way. I like it. Ah, this has been an awesome training session. Thank you. Nice, Kim. I'm glad. Kim, the candle enemy lady. I'm glad you like it. So a safety trade within a safety trade is what he's asking. Yeah, real easy. So I was teaching you guys some different stuff. Let's go over to here. We're going to look at this, for instance. We have target 3 month, target 1 month. We understand now that we have a safety trade. We know what a safety trade is. It's when this happens right here. We have green, 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 red, green, green, buy, stop, and then we form it against the 3 months. So we have a 1 month buy stop. Okay. Then you go inside the 1 month and we'll go down to the monthly. And then we're going to go down to the daily. And we're going to have to go to sell. Hold on. And you're going to have to do a sell here. So it's not really what you want to do. Let me go to a different one. We'll do gold again. Oh, that's XRP. My bad. Sorry. There it is. We'll look at gold just so you can see because gold is just awesome. All right, let's go to the weekly gold and daily gold. Okay, daily gold. All right, we have our buy stop confirmed right here, and we know what this is. This is a typical buy with your sniper. The pink and blue are low. You only enter them when they're all low. It stops you from entering a bad trade. We know that. Sniper is invaluable for numerous reasons. That's just one of them. We know that we have our the correct buy in here. This is a daily gold against the weekly. You can see the fill in the gap. You can see these right here. Boom, fit inside of here. Boom. You can see the pink line is low right here. With the purple, you can see all three are down low here, including the blue. You can see you'd enter in and off the orange and blah, blah, blah. You went up. Fair enough. All right. So now we know we're inside of this weekly daily buy. Simple as that. So if we know we're inside of the weekly daily buy, we have one buy stop. So we're at a weekly daily buy 1. So let's put this up here. We'll start counting these. So we know gold, weekly, daily buy. That's one buy stop. Inside of daily, we're going to look for I don't know, 1 hour, 4 hour buys. Okay. So we're going to go from our daily now. So we're inside of a weekly buy. We're inside of a daily buy. Okay. Now on the way up, we're going to be looking for these 4 hours / 1 hours. I'll just go to the 1 hour. So from here, let me mark that by the way. Let me go back to the daily market. So from here forward, we're going to be, I'll just go down to the 4 hour. We're going to look for 4 hour buy stops from here forward, from that line forward. You can see a 4 hour buy stop right here. Green, 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 red, green, green. There's another one right next to it, actually right here. There's another one right here. Okay, and so on and so forth. So these are 4 hour buy stops. So now we're going to look for, like we said right here, look for 4 hour buy stops, right? And we know we stay in the trade because we're on the weekly daily. What does that mean? We come back to this one right here on the weekly. We're going to come right here and see as the way as this goes up, we're going to stay in the trade. So as long as let me see something real quick. Let me see one thing real quick. One thing. I see something. Nope. Shit, this is the problem with playing with these higher time frames. Where they go. There we go. So right here. Yep, there we go. Yeah. So as we're going up, we're inside of a 3 month technically. Then we're inside of a weekly technically. And then we're inside of a daily technically. And then we have our 4 hours. So you can have a 3 month look. I can show you. Watch right here. We can look right here. And then the 4 hours, it keeps going up. So if we go over to gold right here, and we go to gold, and we take these away, you can see that we have an open 3 month from October 11th, 2023. And then all of these trades are after that. You have a weekly. You'd have made, again, $800 an ounce, $400 an ounce, $400 an ounce, $1,600 an ounce, because you'd have got in at 1,800. So this is a 3 month safety trade I just showed you on gold. And then there's weekly safety trades on gold. And then, because I feel like I'm doing a little different job there. And then if we go to gold, we can go to the 4 hour safety trades. Inside the 4 hour safety trades. Oh, we don't want that one. Sorry. Inside of the 4 hour safety trades, you can go down to the 1 hours. And if you take from the line, right, from here, and you look, I don't know, yeah, we can go that far back, look at all the 1 hours. Now from the line right here, the line's right here on our daily from right here, there's a 1 hour buy stop, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buy stops, all just on this one screen. As it's going up, there's a daily buy, right here against the weekly. That's one time entered. And then what? And then you have the 4 hour buys. We had like 4 or 5 of those. And now you have another 8 or 9 1 hour buys just on this screen. And then you have a safety trade within a safety trade within a safety trade. So you had the 3 month, you had 3 months, 1 month, you had the 1 month weekly, you had the weekly daily, which is right here. Then you have the 4 hours. Inside the 4 hours, you have the 1 hours. Inside the 1 hours, you have a safety trade within a safety trade. You can go down to I don't know if they'll let us go this low. We probably can't look back that far. To a 15-minute line. Let's see if we can get there. Yep, we can. And you know how many fucking 15-minute buy stops there are on the way up? 1. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a full one. So that means that's a 30-minute. 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. There's probably 100 15-minute safety trades. And if you go down to the 5-minute, there's probably 200. And if you go down to the 1 minute, there's probably 1,000. If you go down to the 15-second, there's probably 2,000 buy stops on the way up. You think I'm exaggerating? I don't know. Let's just say there's 1,000. 15 seconds you can take. That's why you never trade against the flow of the charts. When this is a daily buy, a weekly buy, a monthly buy, you only do the buys, and they're all permanent buys until otherwise noticed. So I hope that helps somebody see that. I love that video. Definitely had many aha moments watching it, Dicey. Thank you for your insights, Kev. You're welcome, Crash. Thank you for being here. Any more questions? Please ask now. But that's how safety trades form inside of safety trades, making them even safer. Any other questions? Any other questions? Let me see if there's any emails. I was ready to know if a buy stop is going to be a daily buy stop when it first starts to form, or does it involve from a 1 hour 4 hour? David asked again on the private email. You're welcome, persistent. Is there any way to know for daily? Yes. We know when we're in the bottom of a daily trade or any trade, if you're specifically talking about daily, how low it's going to go. We definitely know when we're in the bottom of a daily trade on any symbol. I don't care if it's gold or whatever, it doesn't matter. If the pink line is at its bottom, there'll be a 30-minute buy stop on the way up. That's how you know you hit your bottom, period. See, there's a 30-minute buy right here. This is 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy, 30-minute buy. So when you see the 30-minute buys, that's why I have this. Where's my little video, my little picture? Hold on. Here. That's why I have this right here. I wrote it out and we're keeping it. The following, did I spell everything right? Symbols are permanent buy stops demo until further notice. US 30 YM1 for the indices, gold and silver, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Nike, Target. I will let you know if it changes. The stocks, for instance, are buy stops 30 minutes for the next 1 to 3 years. Yes, years. I'm giving you those for free. I'm not charging you for any of these callouts. You know how valuable what I just gave you is? If you took every 30-minute buy on Nike, Target, J&J, CVS, L, AMD, Verizon, that's all you need to do. You could just build your retirement account for the next 1 to 5 years doing those stocks. I'll tell you when they peak. Do any 30-minute buy stop on any of these and you'll make shit tons of money for the next 2, 3 years, maybe 5 years. Some of them will be 5 years. Can you imagine? I'm not a financial advisor.
Demo trade only. I am not a financial advisor.
But I'm telling you that these are going to go up. When they do, you take every 30-minute buy stop on the way up. That's how you know on your daily, David. Very good question. Easy peasy. I'm giving you free money on all these symbols. All of them. You can't mess it up. And yet some of them you'll still mess it up. You're welcome, persistent. Any other questions you guys have? Ask away. Ask away, way. Any questions on TikTok? Lazarus, Little Joe, Rain Man, Larry Cooper, All About Tom and Jerry. What's up, All About Tom and Jerry? Welcome. Sean S. You guys have any questions regarding trading? Ask away. Doesn't have to just be my system, although all the ways of trading suck ass, but whatever. All right, I think this has been a very good little informational video. If you guys didn't know I have a YouTube channel, I recommend going over there. Yeah, it's always the same. It's not it is identical. By the way, I have 1,000 videos showing, but I actually have 2,200 videos made. And look how close we are. We're one subscriber away from 5,000 on YouTube. I'm so excited. One subscriber away. So he said, wow, that 30-minute gold where all the real direction bar read together with broken box looks almost, it is identical. They always form the same things. Always form the same things. Always. The high probability trade setups that ChatGPT talks about with my system, that's what that is. They reform over and over and over again. Yeah, I'd head over to my YouTube video and do there. You're welcome, Sean. If you have any questions, Sean, please ask, or head over to YouTube and watch some videos. All right. I'm going to go ahead and go on YouTube. And then I'm probably going to go ahead and go on TikTok here. Again, trading seems complicated. It was for me too. I've lost for years and years, first 2.5 years, $26,500 to be exact. And then, yeah, then I created a system, got all my money back, and then some. Yay. All right, no other questions. God bless you all. Talk to you later. See y'all. Have a great rest of your night. Thank you so very, very much for spending as much time as you do with us. I'm trying, Kim. Some days is worse than others, but today was good. Have a blessed day, everyone. Yep, God bless you all. Everyone with health and happiness, and hopefully your hearts open up so you can learn how to trade consistently with my system to make consistent profits. Let's hope. Okay. God bless you all. Talk to y'all later. Oh, that was a really nice training session.